trying to do a very low speed, short landing on this dirt strip running parallel to the side of the fort. And as I flared for landing, a gust of wind came and lifted the aeroplane. So that was all right. I still had enough room to pull up and stop. But the aeroplane's still in the air, low speed, full flap, engines at idle, trees at the far end of the strip. And I thought, okay, it's still all right. I can get the thing on the ground and still pull up in time. Just at that moment, there was a swirl in the wind which took us over the rise in the strip, and there was a hump in the strip. So then I found that I was going down with the strip falling away at the same speed that the aircraft was going down. So I couldn't get it on the ground. And I'm running out of strip, and the trees are coming up. And I thought, well, there's no way I can go around. I've got, the engines are at idle, I've got full flap down. There's no way I'm going to be able to reverse this descent into a climb and clear the trees. So fortunately, with the Caribou, you've got your thrust levers, or your throttles up here. You can push them up and the propellers go into reverse pitch. So your propellers are working opposite to what they normally do. So I thought there's nothing for it. Even though I'm still in the air, I've just got to get this thing on the ground. So I shoved the two throttles up. The props went into reverse pitch, and then I just pulled on full power. And the aircraft just crashed onto the ground and then immediately disappeared in a cloud of red dust. So I was blind. So I'm sitting there just trying to keep it straight with the steering wheel with full power on, hoping that it's going to stop before it ran off the end of the strip. Except that it didn't. It ran off the end of the strip. And I knew I was off the end of the strip because of the rough ride I was getting. But I couldn't see anything because of all the red dust. Anyway, after a while, everything stopped. And the co-pilot said, I think you can come out of reverse now, as we're in all this swirling dust. So I said, oh, I gathered my wits together, came out into normal idle, and all the dust settled. And we were well short of the trees, thank heavens, thanks to the Caribou. But we'd run off the end of the strip. So I thought, no problem, put it back into reverse, and we'll back up onto the strip. But the ground was so rough and the slope was so steep, it just wouldn't move. So I thought, all right, no problem, do a 3-point turn. So I went forward and turned towards the fort, then backed across, and then back up onto the strip and up to the unloading area. When I got there, there's all these American soldiers laughing their heads off saying, say, Aussie, do you do that everywhere you go? And I was saying, God damn, that was good fun. And anyway, the thing that really got to me was when the captain who was in charge of the camp came out and said, say, Aussie, do you know you ran your Caribou through my minefield? And he must have seen me just about have a heart attack.